Big day coming up. Hysterectomy. Lots of feelings about this. 27 years old. Getting ready to get my uterus, cervix, fallopian tubes, and recalled Essure coils taken out. Who knows what they will find? Years of untreated endometriosis? Angry uterus? There has been so much leading up to this day, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about how the fuck I'm gonna survive getting home and the hospital. So, I have a plan for my hair. Braids. Probably 2 of them. 1 on each side. So that way when my husband looks at me and goes, "You're so beautiful," I go. And in my head I pretend that I'm Sleeping Beauty. Or Rapunzel. Anyways, so this is going to be our hospital bag. It's nice and big. And there's a few things around me that are going to go inside of it. But we also have this little bag. We are going to have 2 bags. Entertainment and snacks. Necessities. Because I'm going to have to spend the night in the hospital. Something that I hate. Hate. I've had to do it so many times. It was especially the worst during pregnancy. That was hell. And that happened the most. Anyways, so we'll start with the stuff on top of the bed. In the bag already, we have clothes for me that are generally in this style. Pajamas, t-shirts, long sleeves, things that people can help dress me in, since I'm probably not going to be able to dress myself. Similar clothes for my husband, comfortable, but most importantly, at the top, sweater. It's always cold in hospitals. There are never enough blankets. So, we have 3 shirts and 2 sets of pajamas per person, a whole bunch of socks for me. And, trust us, your vagina will thank you. And oh yes, that is true. Anybody who's given birth knows. Get that Perry bottle. Get that Perry bottle. Get that Perry bottle. Well, much in the same vein, my uterus is going to be coming out through my vagina. So, just like a new mom, like I was as a new mom, I have this lovely little Friday. It washes your genitals when you go pee or poop, whatever, doesn't matter. Maybe you just had a really big fart and it feels funky. Whatever, clean it, spray it. Oozy stitches, clean it, spray it. Water, yep. Trust us, your vagina will thank you. I'm part and parcel to cold water. It does the trick nicely. So does warm water. Depends on if it needs a shock or a really good steam. It does exactly what it says it does. Blasts water right where you need it. Happy clean stitches. Because nobody wants an infected, torn. Makes you want to clench just thinking about it. Nobody wants torn genitals. It hurts. Speaking of, I have this very large sack here. These are post-op panties. If you had a C-section, you might have worn these. Cool. I didn't have a C-section, thank God. Although I probably should have shut my stubborn ass up and let the doctor slice me open. I might have had less damage if I had. But I am a stubborn SOB. As you can tell with a foul mouth. Anyways, these are so big because they have this nice little patch right here that's supposed to help hold in my stitches. They're going to cut in through my belly button and my vagina. Let's hope that they only have to cut in 2 places, but my mom had to be cut open in like 3. And I've already been stitched on a few times. So, pray to the dear, holy, feminine divinity. Please heal me after my hysterectomy. I'm holding my stitches. Those are going on the top for good reason. We're also going to be stacking a number of reusable pads for the ride home. I'm using whatever the hospital gives me while I'm there. And this lovely, we're gonna leave the throwaway strip on for now so it doesn't catch on my clothes, but this, again, I used one of these after giving birth. They hold your things in. So, you know, when you've had your abdominal muscles sliced open again for the umpteenth time, and you're so over this being cut open like Mr. Potato Head Operation Doll, this holds it in for you. It helps me, but I also use it carefully, and I have torn abdominal muscles from a very strong kicking fetus and a very weak uterus and lots of damage from endometriosis and surgeries. So I'll see as close to a smooth toned tummy as I can. Because let's be real, my body is not gonna ever go back to the way it was pre-baby. Steroids ruined that. But I've been told that if you bind it just right, you can heal that diastasis recti, or however you say it, and get it kind of pulled together again. I'm not going to get my hopes up, but hey, I could dream. It was a very high-risk pregnancy, and it changed every single inch of my body from top to bottom. I can no longer dye my hair that color, or else I have flashbacks of pregnancy nightmares. Tell me. I think I deserve to dream at least that much. Anyways, here's the fun bag. That one's gonna have small vial of soap, a little thing of safe, unscented oatmeal moisturizer to go around the itchy keloid scars that are inevitably going to form. Toothbrushes. Alright, so we're also going to put our switch in here because you can't expect the spouse to sit through a 6 or more hour long surgery and not get bored. It's gonna get bored. I would get bored. I sat through my mother's hysterectomy and all I had was one book, water bottle, one snack, and a poorly charged cell phone with no reception. I finished the book in the first hour, and then for the last 4 hours, I went like this, and then for hours, I woke up, and then I was next to her in the recovery room. Oh, and that's how we found out I was pregnant. My mother's hysterectomy. Anyways, so because I know how boring it is, and I know how boring the recovery is, because I both helped my mother, and Google is a lovely invention, and the internet is also great for those of us who cannot leave the house. So, I have a few things. My hysterectomy recovery journal is covered in sequins. To make my life more glamorous, where it's about to become very extra humble. So, I'm not going to show you what's in it, but the first page is the title page, and it says Hysterectomy Recovery Checklist, and it has a a reminder at the bottom that says it can take a year, because 1 year is a long time to recover from a hysterectomy. And 2, it's a very high risk pregnancy, and I don't want to get bored. So I I've had untreated endometriosis for 10 years. It caused complications during my only successful pregnancy. There's gonna be some damage. The question is where and how bad. If the doctor can get it all out, I will be very lucky and I will have an even longer recovery time. My mom was mostly recovered, able to take care of herself in a few weeks, but she only had one small problem and a cancer fear. I have a few very large problems and also the same cancer fear. So, luckily we know that I don't have those cancer cells either yet. And I have found a doctor that is being very aggressive and agrees that we need to take everything. Because if there is a chance that I will die of uterine cancer like my grandma, then we need to be aggressive now. Because I've lost so much of my life to this already. I think it's fair. So, some of the things in here says surgery date, stay alive, and try to help people understand what it's like. It's the fun sequins. It was a Christmas present to my parents this year, and I figured it was fitting, so. Mostly trying to pins so that I can fill that out, you know, when I wake up from surgery. And then 2 things for me, because there is nothing worse than having to constantly say, "Excuse me, nurse, can you hand me the remote? Honey, can you wake up? I'm bored. Honey, can you please pass me the remote so I can watch TV? Honey, can you please hand me?" It feels terrible being so completely dependent on somebody. It is one of the worst feelings in the world. You're not trying to be a nag, but when you are dependent on somebody else for all of your needs, but they also have to take care of your child and your house and your dogs and your business, you just don't want to ask for one more thing. Because every time that one more thing feels like one more thing too many. And it feels rude. So, this will hopefully be my solution to that, so that the bag can be set on the bed next to me, or maybe hanging off the side, so that I can grab for myself, because this is not heavier than a coffee mug, and this is even lighter, so I can't get in trouble for picking these up. Anyways, we have Women in Science, 50 Fearless Pioneers Who Changed the World, written and illustrated by Rachel Ignatovsky? I'm sorry I butchered that. I'm gonna show it up close so you guys can read it. Pardon my terrible pronunciation, but it's amazing. It's a scientific fact. Women rock. A charmingly illustrated and educational book. Women in Science highlights the contributions of 50 notable women to the fields of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, from the ancient to the modern world. Full of striking, singular art, this fascinating collection also contains infographics about relevant topics, such as lab equipment, rates of women currently working in STEM fields, and an illustrated scientific glossary. The trailblazing women profiled include well-known figures like primatologist Jane Goodall, as well as lesser-known pioneers such as Katherine Johnson, the African-American physicist and mathematician who calculated the trajectory of the 1969 Apollo 2 mission 11? Whoops, I have my wrong glasses on, pardon me. Mission to the Moon. Women in Science celebrates the achievements of the intrepid women who have paved the way for the next generation of female engineers, biologists, mathematicians, doctors, astronauts, physicists, and more. I think this will be a good read right after my hysterectomy. Especially considering that it's only just now happening because of a medical device injury. After years of fighting for this. And it took being injured by Essure to finally get to this. Anyways, I have my nifty little TARDIS bookmark so I can keep track and hopefully borrow some strength from some of these great women going into this, because fucking damn hell, I'm scared shitless right now. Anyways, fearless girls, wise women, and beloved sisters, heroines and folk tales from around the world. It is a spellbinding anthology, shimmering, spine-tingling tales in which females of every shape, age, and size valiantly and selflessly save the day. By Kathleen Reagan, with a foreword by Jane Yolen. I'm really excited to read this one. It is a collection of stories all about different strong women. And, man, I feel like I could use all of those stories right now. Anyways, for the spouse, we will be packing some snacks because hospital food blows. And the Nintendo Switch. Hopefully we will pack an extra controller so that we can play Diablo 3 maybe if I'm up to it. Or possibly if he can get a good connection, watch some Hulu or something. Maybe we'll pack a book for him too. I don't know. He's more of a gamer, so we'll see. Anyways, that's what's in the bag. Now we just need a date. Thanks for watching.